Welcome back to Cloudy with a Chance of Sprinkles. Today we are going to make this cute little potted kawaii cactus cake. For the base, what the pot will be, you're going to start with a chilled and already crumb coated cake. Make sure it's nice and chilled because you're going to carve it, as you can see here, to give it like a little slant like a pot would be. And we want it to be chilled so that we don't have too many crumbs all over the place. The more chilled your cake is, the less crumbs will go everywhere. So we get it that nice little slant, and then we can go ahead and do another crumb coat on top of that, because now you have more cake exposed after you do this. So we can crumb coat that some more and then pop it in the fridge or freezer to chill that. And after we do the crumb coat and chill on our newly carved layer, when that's all done, we can go ahead and put on the outer coat, which is going to be this terracotta color. I achieved this color by first coloring my buttercream orange and then slowly adding in a little bit of brown. Make sure you don't add too much to start with, because you can always add more, but you can't take any out. And we do want to have that orange tint if you're going for that terracotta color like a regular flower pot. So I'm going to go ahead and coat this all in this color and then smooth it out. Now once you have that step done, you can put that same color buttercream into a leaf tip and pipe on a thicker border up at the top for like the lip of the flower pot. Now pardon my unsmooth buttercream here. I was having some weird issues with buttercream this day, but it should be a little bit smoother. I was accidentally heating my scraper a little too much, so it was kind of messing up my buttercream, but pretend that it's super smooth. And then we can smooth out the top lip there of our flower pot. And then I'm gonna take the short side of one of my scrapers to make the bottom of that lip more evened out. And in that process, it would typically help smooth out the pot again, the base, the bottom part of the pot. Now onto the top layer, I have taken a cake board and cut it to be a 4-inch round for my 4-inch round cakes that I'm going to stack for the cactus part. I make sure there's a hole in the middle of that bottom cake board as well. And then I'm just going to stack, crumb coat, and chill this part of the cake. The top layer is rounded at the top, which actually worked out for the shape of the cactus, so I didn't level that out. I just left it round up top there. And then just crumb coat and chill it, and then we can stack our pot and cactus afterwards. Now to stack these, I'm putting in these boba straws. You can use wooden dowels. I find the straws easier to cut and they give just enough support. So I'm placing 2 in there, and then I have a wooden skewer right down the middle to make sure that the top layer does not tip over. So it's supported by those boba straws, and then it is not going to move because of that wooden skewer in the middle. And then I'm just taking some green buttercream that's in a piping bag with a 1M piping tip to give that cactus look, and then I'm just taking that pattern all the way up the sides there. Now I'm going to add on some white sprinkles to kind of look like the little prickly parts, I don't know, the thorns of a cactus, is that what you would call it? So the white sprinkles there will hopefully add that effect for the cactus there. And then I'm going to add on my fondant details. I just used a circle cutter and some fondant to make those little cheeks. And then I made some black fondant eyelashes and smile. And then I have these cakesicle material arms that I molded out of what I had carved off of the cake here. And I used those to be the arms of my cake. I'm holding them in with toothpicks, and you'll see here that, it didn't quite go so amazingly well. Because, it just needed a little bit more support. These were a little heavy. My next attempt for the cactus arms, I used smaller little cakesicle arms here in hopes that it would stay a little bit better. It did start tipping, and I just took some really large toothpicks and shoved them in the side to keep them on, because at this point I was just not happy with this cake. I mean, I liked it and stuff, I just needed the arms to stay on, so I had to find a way to keep those arms on, because I had quite a few attempts at this point and they were not working for me. In the end, I got the arms to stay long enough to get some cute pictures of this adorable kawaii cactus cake. I love it so much. If you love it, let me know down in the comments below. And thank you for watching Cloudy with a Chance of Sprinkles.